Law of Attraction, a novel, by Allison Leotta. Narrated by Tavia Gilbert. Copyright 2010 by Allison Leotta. This unabridged audiobook is published by arrangement with Touchstone, a division of Simon & Schuster Incorporated, and was produced in the year 2010 by Tantor Media Incorporated, which holds the copyright thereto. 1. The courthouse coffee was terrible, but the morning after Valentine's Day was no time for a domestic violence prosecutor to go uncaffeinated. Anna poured the inky brew into a styrofoam cup, took a sip, and grimaced. Scalding and bitter, a fitting start to a day of sorting through last night's crimes. At least she'd have help. Anna pulled out her cell phone and called her office mate. "DV papering," Grace answered in crisp sing-song. "Hey, it's Anna. I'm in the cafeteria. Want some coffee?" "That'd be fabulous." Grace hushed her voice. "And grab a bunch of napkins. There's a woman bleeding all over your chair." Grace had been a prosecutor for 4 months, but Anna was still new enough that the information jolted her. "Should we call an ambulance?" "She's okay. A lot of scrapes and bruises and a very messy nosebleed. Nothing life-threatening. I can cover till you get here. And can you snag me a muffin? I'm starving." "Sure, be right there." Marveling at Grace's calm, Anna grabbed a muffin and got in line to pay. 3 people stood in front of her, a tall guy in a dark suit, a man wearing a Redskins jersey over a blue-collared shirt, and a buxom woman in fishnet stockings and a spandex miniskirt. Lawyer, Anna guessed of the first man. Then a policeman, hiding his uniform so courthouse visitors wouldn't ask him questions. And a prostitute, just getting off work, here to see her probation officer. The one thing Anna liked about the courthouse's grim basement cafeteria was its democracy. The cop might arrest the prostitute later tonight, and the lawyer might skewer the cop during cross-examination, but everyone had to wait in the same line to get their corned beef hash. After paying, Anna hurried to the napkin dispenser, but the tall lawyer who'd been ahead of her took the last ones. She looked at him in dismay. "Actually, I really need those," she said, nodding at the napkins in his hand. Something about the man's dark hair and lanky figure seemed familiar, but out of place. His tailored suit and buttery leather briefcase were common in the federal court next door, but marked him as several income brackets above the D.C. Superior Court crowd. He probably worked for some big Washington law firm, in one of the high-paying jobs she'd turned down to work for the government. The man glanced down at her and suddenly grinned. "Anna Curtis! Hey, it's been a while." "Hi, She shook her head. "Nick Wagner, Harvard Law School. I had a ridiculous beard and hair down to here." He tapped his shoulder and blushed slightly. "Your team beat mine in the final round of Ames Moot Court. Kicked our asses, in fact." "Nick! You used to play guitar in the Hark during Friday happy hour." "You got it." His smile widened. "I guess you made more of an impression on me than I made on you." "Sorry, I'm just in a rush and focused on those napkins." Nick placed them ceremoniously in her palm. "Some kind of food spill emergency?" "Thank you. Bloody nose, abuse victim in the papering room, so I've gotta go." Anna began to walk out of the cafeteria, looking over her shoulder with regret. "I'm sorry I can't really talk now." Nick hurried along with her through the labyrinth of the courthouse basement. "So you're a prosecutor and you pulled papering duty on the day after Valentine's Day? What'd you do, run over the U.S. Attorney's dog?" She had to laugh. Papering was the most despised assignment in the U.S. Attorney's office, a task only the greenest prosecutors could be compelled to do. Anna would turn arrests from the last 24 hours into criminal case files, typing information into a computer, two-hole-punching police paperwork, condensing lifetimes of violence into slim manila folders. The tedium was broken only when a victim came to tell her sad story in person. And Valentine's Day was notoriously the worst time for domestic violence. People were two-timing each other or paying too much attention to their baby's mother and not enough to their wife, or just plain forgetting a card. It was surprising how often a lover's quarrel turned into a trip to lockup. "I just started in January," Anna explained, "so I'm still in the hazing period."